Good morning, everybody. I'm seated outside here, just looking and wondering, and I see that the Lord is good. And because this has opened for me to talk to you live, I am so elated. I don't have so many subscribers, but I have the word of the Lord in my heart. In other words, even those ones that are having a huge congregation and a huge following, they started somewhere like me, like now, where they were talking to the screen by themselves. But God grew it and blew it, and it became something that is what it is today. Now, why am I here? I am here because there is something in my heart that I want to put out there for people to learn what is going on. I live in the US of A. I came here, it's almost 20 years ago. And I realized that the culture here in the US is a culture of working. You can work and work and work, but even after you retire, you can still go back to work because you are not able to pay your bills. I discovered that this system is a system where you work, get a paycheck, pay your bills, work, get a paycheck, pay your bills. You can hardly save money that will accumulate to help you when you retire. Yes, there is a government system that has been put in place that employers are supposed to help you save your money in what we call the 401k, which the tax is deferred. You don't pay tax on it, okay? But when you will want to withdraw that money, you will definitely pay tax on it. Hey, how are you? So there is a middle class menace in this country whereby we people in the middle class, we are the people who work most. Somebody is doing 2 jobs. And after we work, we want to live large. So most of us live above our means. I put it like this. When your paycheck is $3,000 a month, why should you live in a house of $2,000? Why? Okay? Because if you are earning 3,000 gross in a month and you pay your house rent or your mortgage is 2,000, tell me how you will live on 1,000. Maybe you have a car note, maybe you have a credit card debt, maybe you have, of course, you have utilities to pay, and you have your food to eat, and you have your gas for the car for transportation to go to and from work. I mean, tell me, how do we live like that? Yet there are certain things that we are ignorant about. There are certain things, and this is what pains me. That is why I had to come on this live. Whoever will hear it will hear it. Now, if you save your money, maybe that money, the balance you remain with from your paycheck, you save it in a savings account in the bank. Okay? Do you know that at the end of the year, you will draw some interest from that money? And how much will be the interest? 2 cents, 3 cents. Yet, just say, for example, you save $100 every month, okay? You are so disciplined, you save $100 every month. At the end of the year, you have saved $1,200 in your savings. The bank takes that money and loans it out to somebody else in the form of a line of credit. And they charge that person 20% interest per month on your money that you are saving with them. And you who has saved that money, you will be given interest of 0.001%. In other words, for your 1,200, you may get maybe 4 cents. or at most 12 cents if it is so high. So why are we getting fooled that you can save your money in a savings account in a bank, which will not earn you anything, yet we'll still do it? So keeping your money in a bank account in the US of A is a graveyard. Quote me anywhere, it is the truth. Now, if you tell somebody, get a life insurance policy with living benefits, they will look at you and say, I will think about it. Why am I telling you to do that? I am telling you to do that because when you save your money in life insurance, it is compounded interest. I'll say for free. You pay a premium of $200. That goes to your cash value. You are not losing it. That will give you a compound interest of 10%. So if you are you are contributing, I don't want to say the word paying, because if you pay a bill, you don't get anything back from that bill. You have paid the bill, it has gone down the drain. Although you used the electricity, you paid for it, nobody will refund you for that electricity that you paid for. But if you take your $200 in a life insurance contribution, I am talking about life insurance with living benefits, meaning you don't have to wait to die to benefit from the contribution you pay to life insurance as a premium. You benefit from it when you are still alive. Anytime you want to speak to somebody who has their money in a savings account that is being loaned to somebody else, it is being loaned to somebody else and they are paying interest on it, the person will tell you, I'm going to think about it. Honestly, what type of foolishness is with us? Before I knew this, I used to be very resistant and I had like brushed it away. I didn't want even to talk about it until, I will tell you something. I went to school and I took a loan from Sally Mae. All of us in the US of A, we know Sally Mae. Because I had a degree before, you know, when you go as let me say, a community college to add knowledge to yourself, because I was going to nursing school, and you have another degree, the government will not sponsor you. You will not get any federal aid. Why? Because you have a first degree. But if you don't have a first degree and you go to a community college, you'll get aid from the government. So I didn't benefit from the government aid. I had to take a loan. I took a Sally Mae loan of $4,500. Okay? And they would gladly give you that money, pap, especially if your credit score is good. You get it instant. It's in your account before you breathe. Then I decided I want to start paying it off immediately. They gave me a program how I'm to pay it. And they were telling me you'll be paying $81 a month. I said that is negligible. I paid year one. I paid year two. When year two was ending, I went to check on my balance. Truth be told, I was owing them $4,300. I said, what in the heaven? I borrowed $4,500 almost 2 years ago and I've been paying, and I still owe $4,300. I've paid almost 2 years and I still owe you. Mean I've only paid $200? I picked up the phone and called them. I said, I don't understand. This math is not mathing. What is the problem? They told me, yes, ma'am. It's because you are only paying your interest. You have not started paying anything on the principal. You opted to pay the minimum. I said, that's what you gave me. I was so stupid that paying 81 is negligible. I can just pay it. Little did I know that I'm compounding interest. I got crazy. I told myself, please attach my account, get the 81 and get 300. So be getting from me 381 every month. I don't want to hear about what? Money, I was paying money and they are using my money and I'm still in debt. And that is how I paid off that loan with without a breather. Because I understood, I looked at the math and I saw if I would continue paying $81, by the end of the cycle, when I finish complete paying that loan of $4,500, I would have paid them $11,200. Middle class in the US of A. I took my son to get a car note. After I knew this math, I told my son, by the mercy of God, the car note was $6,000. I was the co-signer. I said, my son, I don't ask you to pay any rent in my house. You don't pay nothing. You are a student. This little gig, this money you work on the side and get some $500, $600, whatever in a week, please, they have asked you to pay $126. That one is a trap so that they can compound the other one and you pay a lot in the end. My son, 21 years old, his head is not even working. He tells me, Mom, 126 is negligible to me. I can pay it without a blink. I said, you are being stupid, because 126, you will pay this for 5 years, and do the math. How much money would you have paid in 5 years? He calculated. He said about 10,000. I said, so, aren't you being stupid? Oh, Mom, you know, I don't feel it when I pay 126. But if I'm going to pay, as you are telling me 400, I said, yes, because you are not paying me anything here in this house. My son has been paying $126 since 2023. He has been paying $126. Do you know how much he owes? 3,900 plus. He has paid it for 3 years, and he still owes. He's still in debt. What am I talking about? Why don't we wake up? Arturo, thank you so much. Katia, I welcome you. I am ranting here because I want people to get sense about compound interest. Now, there is a gentleman called Albert Einstein. He put this quote, and when I heard it, it entered me and I got goosebumps. He said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does not pays it. Hey, my head was spinning. If you understand what compound interest is, you will earn it. But if you don't understand it, you are the one who pays into that one. Let us just come on the things that we love. You know, when you go to Marshalls, you go to TJ Maxx, you go, wherever you go, any outlet you go, they will offer you a card. Sign up with us. It's, you know, you can start with 500. When I came to this country, I was stupid. I took Marshalls, I took Victoria's Secret. I had all the cards. Hey. I reached a level, and you pay minimum. You can only pay $25. I added my credit card debt. It was 11,000 and change. I was paying faithfully, but it is not moving. Why? Because it is compounding in interest. Because I didn't understand compound interest, I was paying it. But those who understand compound interest, they earn it. How do the rich live in this country, the wealthy? How do they live? They take a lump sum money and put in an insurance policy with the living benefits. Let me tell you how it works. They take, like, I will just give a hypothetical example, $10,000. You put it in an indexed universal life insurance. It will be earning you compound interest. That 10,000 of yours on the 3rd year, in fact, I'm out here, I don't have my computer, I would show you the math. On the 3rd year, your $10,000 would have earned 1,000 plus on top. You'll be having 4,000 plus in your cash value, just like that. Why? It's because the bank, the insurance company is paying you compound interest, and there is also interest on that interest. Any interest you earn interest on it. Simple interest, you get 0.01%. Compound interest, you get 10%. So a person who puts $10,000 in their savings account will be earning 0.001% of that money in interest. The one who puts in an indexed universal life insurance, you put your money there, it is compounding the interest. You are getting 10% on that particular money. Where do you keep your money? Somebody asked me a question that drove me crazy. Judy, that's my name. If you stop, because we like trading our blood for the dollar, that's how we work. We clock in, we clock out. The day you don't go to work, you don't get paid, okay? Then the question was posed to me, Judy, if you stopped working today, how long will you live on your savings without getting broke? And I put it to you who are listening to me. How long? Hey, I looked at my savings. I didn't even have $1,000 in my savings. Truth be told, because we live paycheck to paycheck. I put it to you, if you don't go to work and a pay period ends, you would have missed out. Because at the end of the month, when you are paying your utilities, you will see a hole. Because you are used to getting your paycheck and paying your bills. And because you didn't go to work. Unless you ask for your PTO so that it fills that particular hole, you'll find yourself in trouble. So I didn't even give that person the answer. Because I dug into myself. I said, Jesus Christ, imagine I'll go into foreclosure. If I don't work for 1 month, I would go into foreclosure. I would be able to pay my mortgage. Because when I get my paycheck, that's when I slide out my mortgage. My mortgage doesn't come from my savings because I don't even have enough savings to pay for my mortgage if anything happens and I can't go to work. Jesus. I said, Lord, remove me from the zone of stupidity. Help me know where to save my money. That is why I got an index universal life insurance. I started contributing into it. I started paying money into it. And the money is growing. And do you know what else I did? I added a rider on that. And what is the rider? Critical illness and dismemberment. For example, God forbid, if I am diagnosed with anything that is life-threatening, the insurance company will give me up to 90%, because this is an insurance policy with the living benefits. It will give me up to 90% of my face value so that I just sit home and relax. That hasn't happened to me because I'm still healthy and I'm still working. But I'll tell you what happened to a nurse practitioner, friend of mine. She got diagnosed with breast cancer. And she had to stay home and do a double mastectomy and also be healed. Cancer is a threat. We put in a claim for her. And you know, she had a $400,000 policy. 90%, do the math. What is 90% of 400,000? It is about 285,000. She was brought a check of 285,000 clean. You think it is a story? It happened. Yet people shy off from this. So when you add on a rider of critical illness and dismemberment, you add there, something happens, something drops from the tree, falls in your eye, and you become blind. You are not able to see, yet you need your eyes to work. You will be given money because you're already contributing a premium to this insurance company. But get the right policy. Get the Index Universal Life. Put a rider on top. You will be enjoying. The wealthy in this country. There's a wealthy guy here. I forgot his name. You can Google. Where do the wealthy people put their money? It's in black and white. They put their money in insurance companies. Now, you tell me my money is in the bank. You tell me, does it have the FDIC, the federal, the something where the federal government ensures that your money in the bank is insured, right? Banks save your money in insurance companies. Banks have insurance. I tell you. You hear this? Look at this. I know all of you have bought cars. Okay, okay. The screen is telling me something. Okay, let me move that one aside. Now listen. Do you know you cannot drive a car when you get a car from the dealership? You've bought a car, either new or used. You cannot drive off that lot without insurance. True or false? They won't allow you to drive it. You have to get insurance before you drive it off the lot. Those of us who have homes, you bought a home, small or large or whatever, the bank that gave you that mortgage loan will not allow you to finish signing the paperwork without home owner's insurance. Why? Because they want to make sure, should this house burn down, their money, they are going to recover it from the insurance. So if we can insure our cars mandatorily, because we are supposed to by state, we insure our homes, even in the first 2 years or so, they make sure you have insured your mortgage payment, so that you yourself, if you happen to pass away before you pay off your house, they will get money from insurance to pay off, because the bank knows they have loaned you. Tell me. We insure these other things, but we don't want to insure ourselves. Are we crazy? Are we crazy? What's wrong with us? What exactly is wrong with us? So, I am talking like I'm ranting because I am sick and tired of GoFundMe. People will tell you they'll do GoFundMe for me. They'll do. People are having critical illness because they don't have insurance. They put a GoFundMe. And you know what people are giving you in GoFundMe? $20, $50. Let me tell you, if you are diagnosed with a renal problem, something is wrong with your kidneys, that is very critical, and you put up a GoFundMe, and people give you $20, 30, 50, and it adds up to, if it is too much, maybe it will add up to 10,000. How long will you live on 10,000? How many people have been foreclosed? Because let me tell you, when people are critically sick, what kills them first is depression because of financial pressure. It's not the disease. Take that to the bank. It is the truth. You know, as middle class, we like to live well when we are, like, for example, you are a nurse, nurses unwell, you are a doctor, you are a lawyer, or you are a contractor, you get contracts from here and there, you make, let's say, $6,000 a month, and your wife brings in 4,000, you are earning 10,000. You know what we go to do? We take a 5-bedroomed house that has mortgage of 5,500 per month. That's what we do. That's what we do. So because we are healthy and agile, we go out, we come in. And that is the time we will take a big car note. You'll have a luxurious Lexus or Mercedes or Range Rover, where the car is valued at some things like maybe 95 or 100,000. So you are paying a car note of 1,500 per month. That's what we do. It is common sense because we are competing with each other. We want to live in a nice neighborhood. I have no problem with that. But are you able to replace your income? Recently, there was a couple in Ohio. I'm saying these are living examples. They were living large. Both of them are healthy and working. Big jobs, big money. The husband was diagnosed with colon cancer. You go for a regular doctor's visit, and when your numbers come out, you are looking at, you say, this is not me. Was diagnosed with colon cancer. So when the thing became critical, now he has to go to chemo, he has to do this and the other, but you don't know whether you are going to live on. When you have insurance, 90% of the face value, it comes to you like a check, bam. You even become better before you die. If you don't have any rider, any insurance, nothing, they couldn't afford, because the man is sick. They are living on the wife's paycheck. They could not afford to live in that house. Before the foreclosure came on them because they couldn't pay 5,500, that is the mortgage, they had to put it on sale. They had to go in a small 2-bedroom apartment to live on the wife's paycheck. And remember, your husband is sick. You can't clock in all those hours because you can't hire a caregiver. You will become the caregiver. So most of the hours you are out, you are supposed to be out there working, you are with your husband taking care of him. And you still have children, they still have to be catered for, they still have to go to school. Why are we middle class? We, middle class, me, I'm talking to me as I'm talking to you. Why don't we think about where we put our money, where it can compound interest, and we can end up laughing all the way, even when we are sick? Do you know when you are financially stable, even when your body is ailing, you are in a laughing position because you don't have the pain of financial pressure. You only have the pain in the body. Can you double the two? You have pain in the body and you have financial pressure. Can you imagine you are critically ill and you get an email telling you you have missed your payment, you have missed your car note payment, and they come to pick your car because you are not able to pay for it? No. We need to do better. We need to do better. Now, I give one-on-one sessions and I help people to set up indexed universal life insurance where they can save their money, the interest is compounded. And you know what? When you save your money in life insurance, especially if you are under 40, when you are under 40, please take this to the bank. When you are under 40, it's the best time. I got this information when I was over 50 years. I'm telling you, I tell my children, I had to put my son in it. I told my son, Now my son has an IUL, Indexed Universal Life, and because he's 23, he only pays $50. $50 a month, and the money is compounding. When you want to take a loan, for example, the 4th year, this money, and him, you know, he got $1 million policy. Yes. Why? Because of his age. He's young, he has no chronic ailment, he has no medication he's taking. You know, as you age, maybe you become diabetic, maybe you have high blood pressure. These are the things that insurance doesn't want to insure you about. Do you know the problem with us? When we are young and able to contribute into these things, we are, it's going on well with me, you are skeptical. When you become old and fragile, that is when now you want that insurance policy. Insurance doesn't want you. When you are young, when insurance is looking for you to protect your money, you are skeptical, you are proud, you are living large, you are walking on top of the world. When you become older, now wisdom has entered your head, you apply to an insurance company, they come check you. You know, they will take you for a medical check. Yeah, they'll check you out. It happens when you are older, they will check you out. They'll check whether you have anything terminal, anything that is critical in your body. Either they will ask you to pay a higher premium because you are a risk, or they will refuse your application. Think about it. When you are young, you don't want it. When you are older, when you want it, they don't want you. Why don't we make use of the opportunity when you are younger? What is wrong with us? Middle class. We are the problem. We are the problem to ourselves. I'm talking to you because I want you to summon yourself into a meeting. Call yourself into a meeting. Call yourself. Tell yourself, Judy, am I able to replace my income if something happens to me today? If a rogue driver T-bones me and I lose sensitivity in my legs, am I able, do I have income to replace my income that I get when I go to put my finger on the clock where I work? Do I have it? Ask yourself that question. Can you replace your income? Do you have enough savings to live on until you get well if you are critically ill and it will take you 6 months? For example, you got injured in an accident and you hurt your legs. You stay in the hospital, reconstruction. That is, maybe you had surgery, they reconstruct, and then maybe that will take you 2 months, and then you go to the rehab for another month to learn how to walk. Meanwhile, at your job, they have replaced you. They can't wait for you for 3 months that your position is waiting for you. They trade your blood for the dollar. So there's no way that they're going to say, oh, so-and-so is an excellent worker, has been employee of the month 3 consecutive times. And now that she's sick, we are not going to fill that slot. We are going to wait for her to recover. No, thank you. It will not happen. They will replace you immediately. Maybe when you recover, you can reapply for the job. But during this time you are getting healed, do you have enough money to replace your income? That's the question. 90% of us don't. We can only survive one more paycheck without pay. After that, our car note, we can't pay. Our cars will be repoed if you still have a car note. Your house will go in foreclosure. And if you are paying rent, you cannot go a second month without paying rent. You know very well. If you are in an apartment building, you are going to get a notice. You are either going to pay that money or you are going to be given a notice to leave. If not, you are going to be evicted. And you know, eviction goes on your credit history. Who wants that? Why do we have to push ourselves to such levels? Something is just not adding up with our heads. Now, if you have any question, you can ask me. Because I'm a licensed financial advisor. I'm licensed in the state of Georgia, but I can advise across states. The 50 states of the US, I can sit on the camera like this and I can show you where to invest your money, and your money will make money for you. Never shy off from insurance. Never, never shy off. When you will be looking for it and you are older, it will be shying off from you the way you are shying off from it right now. I will tell you for free, don't put your money in a savings account in the bank. The money you have kept in a savings account, the bank is using it to loan other people and charge them compound interest, and is giving you simple interest of 0.01%. Think. I don't save money in the bank anymore. My bank account is a conduit through which my paycheck passes. If I had a way for my paycheck to pass through my policy in insurance, it will pass through there. I tell you of a truth. The banks we trust so much, they will tell you, oh, your credit card. And I'm not saying that it's bad to have credit card. Because in this country, we can't survive without a credit card, yes? Because that is how we build credit history. But you don't have to pile up a credit card debt. This is how I use my credit card these days, because you need one. If you go to another place, you travel, you need to rent a car. You can't rent a car using your debit card. You have to have a credit card. So what do? Because I want to build my credit, I will use my credit card for gas. At the end of the month, if I've used $175 on gas, it's on my credit card, I pay the $175. So that one, my credit card, my balance is high. In other words, I still have money. I can use it anytime and pay it in full. So my credit score continues improving. It's going up, but I don't owe the credit card company. Working smart. Never be at home with this, you can only, they will bring you a bill every month. Current balance, $3,500. Minimum payment, $75. You say, $75 is nothing. I'll pay the $75. That balance that was $3,000 plus, next month the interest has compounded. What is 10% of 3,700? 10% of 3,700 is 3,700 is 300. Yes, 10% of of 3,000. Let me come with my math is not mathing in the head. 10% of 1,000 is 100. 10% of 2,000 is 200. 10% of 3,000 is 300. 10% of 3,700 is 370. You know, the bank takes that interest and adds it on your debt. And that is if your interest is 10%. You know, when your interest is 10% with the bank, it means your credit is good. Woe unto you if your credit is horrible. The bank will give you a line of credit and the interest is 29%. I have seen people they even read it on the chart. You know, when they are dangling it, when they want to give you a credit card, we never read the print. That paper that comes with that card that is not a real card, the paper that comes, you open it, they tell you that the interest is between 24 and 29% per month. Oh no, annual. They say it is annual. What's wrong with you? You are already seeing that they are going to charge you 29% and you say bring that card on and then you start paying minimum payment. Something is not going on right in your head. Please, 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 I beg, go in my DM or just put in the comment if you want me to contact you and help you out before it is too late. Help you out. Don't be skeptical. Information is power. The only thing is, what do you do with information? Information is free. The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. Information is given freely. And the average person will walk out of a talk like this one with these words: I will think about it. Procrastination is a vision killer. I will think about it. The devil loves to hear that, because when you say you'll think about it, you will never do anything about it. You'll continue paying that credit card. You'll continue saving in your savings account or not saving at all. And do you know what? I will tell you another thing which is beautiful. Everywhere you pay tax, apart from life insurance and annuities, all the other places that you put your money, even in the stock market. Do you know, in the stock market, I do stocks. I have some stocks. You know, I love to see which stock is doing well. I put some little money there so that it can go up. But you know, stocks are volatile. Up, down, up, down. If when you are doing, if you put you are in Robinhood, for example, or Coinbase, or Charles Schwab, wherever you have taken, wherever you are buying your stocks, do you know you also have to do your I-9? Why do you have to do your I-9? Because they have to bring you a 1099 at the end of the year for you to pay tax to the government. Kidding you? That is the truth. But these people who have gotten checks because of critical ailment from from insurance, you don't pay tax on it. Insurance money, you don't pay tax on it. Here, you don't pay tax on it. Get it from me. You don't pay tax on it. That's the fact. That's the truth. If you have saved your money in your indexed universal life insurance, maybe it is the third year and you have saved $10,000, okay? It is in your savings there. The 10,000 has built up a compound interest of 3,000 plus. Yes, you have built that. And you want to take a loan. Don't go, I'm talking about small monies. You want to take a loan. Don't go to try and look for a line of credit for 3,000 because you want 3,000 to try and buy some things to improve your kitchen. Just go to the insurance company, call them and say, I want to take a loan against my cash value. Boom, bada bang, the check is with you. Tax free? Yes. And you know, the interest is 2%. And whom are you paying interest? You know, you have borrowed against your own money. So even if you pay interest, you are paying yourself. What are you doing? You are eating your cake and having it. It is only in life insurance that you do that. Every other place, no. There is a principle in life that we all must know. Never lose money. Make money, but never lose money. But in the lifestyle we live as middle class in this country, we make money and lose it. You get your paycheck, pay your bills, wait for the other paycheck. Because you don't want to save your money in the right place. I got to leave you right now. But I'm expecting a conversation from you. This information, I decided, I just came new on YouTube. And I've been giving spiritual talk. I wanted to go live on YouTube, but I didn't have enough subscribers. So if you are there and you want to subscribe to my channel, to be listening to talk financial matters like this, I'm licensed. I'm not talking like a layman. I'm licensed to do this. If you want to put your money in the right place, DM me. Hey, beautiful.
Hello.
You look nice.
Thank you. I didn't mean to interrupt you while you were doing your
TikTok. Is your mama up?
Yeah, she is. She was laying against, she was, how people would pray when they're on the side of their bed on the floor with their knees down. That's what she's doing.
Let me close up and come to her because we need to do some breakfast. So, what am I saying? You are free to subscribe to my channel and turn the bell on. I talk finances only because this information removed me from a death trap. I told you I had gathered all the cards because they dangle the card, I pull it. They dangle the card and you go to a store, they say, you don't have to pay for this shopping right now. You just need to get your card. And then when you get your statement, you can pay the minimum. They know how to seduce you into the death trap. Wake up. Now that I got out, I love to talk about it because I don't want anybody to be left behind with these truths. I want people to be debt-free. I want people to be debt-free. No. Anyway, History Monk, thank you. And Arthur, thank you. And Ketia, thank you. And Mian Natalie, hey, thank you. You can shoot me a DM. I'm also on IG. I'm on Instagram as Wayesu Nanga. I am on Facebook as Judith Imoite. Those are my names. Look for me anywhere and DM me. I have a chunk of information to put people back to normalcy. We can't be working for. I've even not had time to talk about how to be taxed, not to pay all money, taxes on everything. The rich don't pay taxes on everything. It's only us because they know where to put their money. What's wrong with us? No. We have to do better. We have to do better. So anyway, I would like to check off right now. And I want to thank you for giving me audience. I come here every other day. I will be coming here every other day. YouTube just opened me up now to be able to do live streaming. I was not able because I didn't have enough subscribers. When you have information and you don't have a platform, you sit with your information in the house and people are out there who can use this information to improve their lives. I'm obligated by God to help you so that you don't live in debt and you don't die for free. It's good. When you die, even the people you leave behind, they cry like this. People who cry like this in a funeral. They're just trying to take care of their makeup. Why? Because you left them $2 million. They're just doing like this. They are sad that you have left, but they are not mad because you left debt. But look how we wail in Africa when somebody has died. Why? Because they have left us in debt. Somebody has left a hospital bill. They were not able to pay it. Somebody has left, they started constructing somewhere. They left a loan in the bank and they put the title deed of the farm of your home as their collateral. So the bank will come and put a bill on that farm and take it. That's what happens because they didn't plan right. Jesus Christ, we can do better. So I wish you all the best. Thank you. DM me. I need to give people this information. God bless you. God do you good. Aha. And on that, I am checking out.